Just doing a bit on loading of the hook. Here I'm doing a bit on the loading of the hook. Just need 2 large beads. Just crimp or file your barb down a little bit so the bead can slide over. Don't go any further than you need. Then slide the first one on. Has to go with the large opening towards the eye of the hook. I'll show you why in a sec. The second one, best to go with the small part towards the eye of the hook, so they hit together quite nicely. And then we just load the head, and that needs to be pointing in the same direction as you would for a fish. So you've got your head there like that. So you've basically loaded your hook up for the start of the tie. And we start tying. We tie a layer of thread down just at the hook eye. Doesn't have to be very long. This is actually going to be what you glue your bead to, your first bead. So just give it a bit of a wrap. Then I find it easier to just put some dubbing on. Just wind the dubbing on a bit. Just to bulk it up so you can glue the bead. Your bead on, you can have some stuff sticking out the front. All I do is get a cigarette lighter and burn it off. A lot easier than trying to cut it with scissors. Just trim it off like that. That's quite acceptable. I'm used for the mouth parts, the faux bucktail. Pretty much anything you can use for this. It's just about giving it a little bit of mouth parts, and so just wrap that down, bend it back over, tie it down again. I usually get a bit of dubbing, tie a bit of dubbing on both sides, tie it down, bring it forward, lock it in on that side, and then do the same on the other side, just to give it a bit of bulk for when you put your head on later on. So that's just gives it a little bit of mouth parts. Bring it around how you want it. Next step I do is get some dubbing just to create a ball. So when you put the tentacles in, they'll actually spread a little bit. This doesn't have to be tight. Just wrap it around, catch it, wrap it around, bend it over, and you've got a little bit of a ball there. Keep in mind that you don't want to don't want to go past that point for your tie-in. And we get our rubber legs. Use 2 pretty much full length. Just tie them on the top, which should be the bottom later on. You can spread them apart a little bit, wrap them down. Just trim the excess off. Get my good scissors. Trim the excess rubber off. Wrap it down a bit. Come back. That'll do 2 legs either side, doubled over, halfway point, so you'll end up with 4 legs. So we get that doubled over, bring it back a little bit, start wrapping down, wrap it up a little bit, so you got one side your legs on. Grab another 2. bring them over so they're halfway, lay them down, tie them on the other side. Handy if you tie them on the other side, not the same side. So just wrap back, have to throw the fly away, just unwrap it, put it on the other side. Pretty simple. Okay, so we've got the tentacles all in. They're looking pretty useful. Let's build up the where the head's going to slide over with some dubbing. It doesn't have to be anything special, neat or loose or tight, sorry. So we just bring that over, just up behind the legs, start tying it in. It's just going to basically be a where your glue's going to hold on to. Definitely doesn't have to be anything special. So later on it'll turn itself into a pretty much a solid resin. So bring it up and just tie a bit more down. Try the head. It's going to be a reasonable fit, not too wobbly. We need a bit more dub. A bit more dubbing on there. Just build it up a little bit, looking better. Try your head again. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Okay, so at this stage, you're pretty much ready to whip finish your head off. And you're getting close to the end of the tying part of it. So we're just four or so turns. That's all you need. It's not going to come undone once it's all glued up. So that's basically the end of your tying. Just make sure your head comes up. That's why that back bead has to have the big opening at the back, because if you get a little bit of thread like that and it's turned around the other way, it'll catch on that and it won't click, it won't make any noise. The bead won't slide. Tying steps. You've done all the tying, now it's just a matter of doing a bit of UV gluing, which there again I'll be using soft UV again. This can be a little bit tricky at times. Once you get done one or two, you'll get the idea of it. A gluing stage, just put a dollop of reasonable dollop of glue on the back head, and then one on the front bead. Put your shell back on, get it in the position you want, and then just give it a hit it quickly with the UV lamp, front and back. Do it through the top, and then turn her over and just give it a bit of a glue around the bottom. That's your first one glued on. So you come to the stage where you just get your marker out. Just use an orange and a grey. Just give it a bit of a tap over with the marker. Use any colours you like, really. You can do an all white squid, which is good in when they're fleeing or scared. They tend to shit themselves and turn nice and white. So yeah, once that's done, one more step. And last step I do, just get some top coat. You'll find this on the same place you'll see the other UV stuff. This is a UV nail polish type thing, which I find very good because it doesn't dry tacky. Just give it a coating over the back. That's mainly to stop the textures from rubbing out. Just hit it with the lamp. about 20 seconds. Yep, tack free, not damp at all. So yeah, that's basically the end of the sequence. So that's your underside view. I like leaving it like that because it's a bit more natural. Your top view, there again it's natural again. You can see your beads inside the chamber, so that'll give a little bit of movement. That'll actually, when your beads going up and down, sliding backwards and forwards along the hook, it'll give it a bit of movement. Yeah, so there's nothing very hard about this tie. I made it look harder because I'm actually tying over a camera. It can be fun, but you end up with something that only needs that much movement to make it make noise. Never do that with a rattle, never. They just pretty much, I think rattles are useless in this kind of fly. And yeah, loud as. So yeah, there we have it. The rattling squid. Yep, tie one up. Fantastic stuff.